And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Transport Fever. Okay, a couple things I want to get done, and that is, one, extending Eastish goods to include Far East, because we already have the track laid, and I did this little double back right here specifically for this line, and I think yeah, we're going to extend this into Far East. So after Eastish, we're gonna add, as soon as this train goes, because he won't have anything for this line. So as soon as he turns around and continues on, and right now, okay, so we're gonna add this Far East line into the system, and hopefully that will dramatically increase the goods that we are delivering, because that should go a long way to boost up the demand that we have for goods right here. So 43, there's about 1,000 demand in Far East, so I'm hopeful that this will see that and deliver us some goods. So I want to try to pick up the demand or the production of this line here, just to give a boost to all the other factories that we've got going. So 4,300 is the price to beat here. We've got a lot of planks being made. This wood delivery, this thing is really pumping out the planks right now. And look at that, production is 10,000. That is healthy. So we didn't go up with our product on goods. So let's see, East Goods Bulk. Speaking of goods, East Goods Bulk. This is the one going up to food, and it's got 500. So there are 10, and it's got 147. So it doesn't really have a whole lot on there, and I think we used a darker cyan for this, so let's continue with that. We're going to do NSB and then boxcar set to goods. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. We're gonna keep with 8 here. Hopefully this is enough, and go ahead and replace with that. East Steel for goods. These, I'm surprised. East Logs, okay. There's a bus that needs to be replaced. So that, yeah, this happens every once in a while. So I didn't think it was going to be this year. So I'm just going to minimize these. That way they're not rendering, taking up some precious, valuable space. So the steel for goods we have set as 400. And I think I'm going to bump this up because we just bumped up. Look at this. Look at goods now, 5,400. So we do indeed include the Far East now in our goods. So now that we've bumped up the goods, and you can see we're starting to use materials really fast, I think we need to bump up this steel for goods. So let's do this. I do believe it's a medium gray. There's another road vehicle that needs to be replaced. Some of those are going to be quick and easy, or they should be quick and easy. So we're going to add the steel. So this is steel. Currently it's 400, so we're going to put an extra 100 on there. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. We're going to do 10 of those, and then go for it. Steel for goods should upgrade now and should be good to go. Now goods dropped back down again. It ebbs and flows. Road vehicle. This really isn't replaced already. So this is the counterclockwise. So it is the dark red Citaro. And Some of these other ones don't have a replace. And this is logs for planks. I think I'm going to keep the 500. As you can see, it's already in pretty good shape there. So we're going to keep that, and it is a dark brown. I think it's probably the darkest brown that we've got. Okay, so add that. State car. This is logs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those. So let's set that up. Road vehicle 102, and this is obviously a counterclockwise, or no, a clockwise route. So this is going to be dark yellow on. And then finally, looks like planks for goods. I thought I did. Oh, that was steel for goods that I did there. So let's see. We're gonna want, we're gonna want to keep that 500 on there because we have a lot of planks coming in over here. So we're gonna set this to replace. What is this? This is a lighter brown. So we're at 500 already. I don't think we're maxing this out. It's a shorter trip, so it's, you know, more frequent, so it doesn't need as much. So this is planks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to keep it at 500. Because we're not maxing that one out at all yet. And this has already been replaced, and the new set, the smaller ones of these, are not quite old enough to replace yet. So they are full coming in. And this production is almost maxed out. That's good to see. How is steel doing? These are a little on the low side right now. Looks like we have... see, we don't have a full backlog of steel yet, and yeah, we're still not delivering any construction material to Gasnard, and I have no idea why. The line is set up, it's good. We're only moving stuff slightly further away than the fuel, and the fuel is doing great. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on there. I wish I did. Another thing I did, I've been kind of playing around with the east and west lines. The flirts were kind of back to back, so there would one would pull in and the other one would pull in right behind it. So I've been kind of playing around with the signaling and getting them a little bit further apart. See, this one just left and this one's way over here. Because there's no signals in between, it's forced to stay at least a city's length away. So I am hoping that has improved sort of the overall serviceability of this line. So this one, you can see the bump here, very dramatic bump in profitability because of that delay. It's now delivering, it's now able to absorb a few more people, and hoping that also adjusts slightly the frequency of the line. I haven't double checked that. Those signals are not on this line. They do look like it, but they're not. So now this thing should be moving a lot more goods. Doesn't look like it is. It looks like it's struggling. And I don't like it when it struggles. So I don't think we're hurting on goods here. We got an 80% coverage. But now we should be getting some goods over here in Far East. So we got a trickle of goods coming in. I'm hoping that builds up over time. Hopefully it does, because we do have 2 trains on this line. So we are able to service it quite often. As far as, you know, I think one of our drawbacks is the fact that you can see Eastish Goods here is on the same platform. And I've thought about kind of moving this trunk line over one and bringing this one in on this inside corner, just to separate the two, so we don't get an eastbound train waiting to go, you know, for a train that goes up there, that services a lot less goods. But, you know, so far it's not been a problem. Look at all of the goods, 500. So it's going to fully load this train coming in right here. It's going to load her up completely as he buzzes through. And now we've got to wait on this train, which is yet another bulk goods train going up. Okay, Far West passenger, replace, dark, and then yes. Okay, let's set up a bus line down here in Bituminous Bear. We've got a little bit of growth here. As you can see, we stymied a little bit. The settings in my Lua file were overwritten with the latest update, so I noticed the trend in all of my cities. All of these outlining cities had the same trend, because late game cities don't grow as fast as early game cities, and I think that is sort of backwards. I think the bigger the city, the faster it'll grow, just because it's sort of a self-perpetuating system. Oh, we got yet another one. This is Far passenger counterclockwise. So let's do this one really quick. There we go. Okay, now Bituminous Bear. Let's see what we can do for this city here and moving people around. We're going to... first, we're going to put one right in here downtown. Like so. So that covers downtown. Now I want one sort of up here a ways. We are already pretty well covered up there, but right in here. So we'll come around and then come around and service over here. Not really worried about this side yet, but I wanted to get one. Yeah, that's kind of far away. I wanted to try to get one close to this, so I'm going to delete these and then put them closer to this connection over here. And then we'll come down, connect into this residential area. We'll swing that around because we're already covering most of that. We're going to cover right in here, I think. And let's see, right in here. And then swing this around and connect right over here, which should basically connect this area here. So right in here. So there is sort of the roundabout way that this city is going to be connected. I could put one in here. You know, I could put a whole lot in there, but I'm gonna avoid that for now. So we're gonna do clockwise first. So here, going to here. So there's the clockwise route. I think I got everybody covered there. So this is Bituminous Bear Pass clockwise. And now we're going to do the counterclockwise. So counterclockwise, we're going to go around the other way. Make sure the lines don't get crossed up. It looks pretty good. So let's set it up. There we go. Now, let's kind of give this city a little bit of growth potential here. Oh, whoa. Not that it will grow out this way. I don't have any really depots or anything there, but, you know, one can hope. Okay, so now is the time for the depot. And I want, I'd say 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is Bituminous Bear passenger clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bituminous Bear passenger counterclockwise. All right. So something that I've seen a couple people request, and that is the mods that I use in here. Both the heavy hauling mod, the map itself, those have been made into mods and are uploaded onto the workshop. And the description, or the description of the video, pretty much all my latest ones have a link to those mods. Now, other people have requested the edits to the flirts, the buses, so these buses here, and the engines, the nice, super awesome engines that I've got. Unfortunately, those are other people's mods, and so that's other people's art and hard work. It's basically really hard work to get these to work in the game, and I can't in good conscience, you know, upload other people's work with just a couple items tweaked in there. So if you subscribe to the Sataro mod and you just go into the mod files, you can edit those, and I do have a few videos out and about on how to do that. Same with, you know, the engines that I use here. Those are just the NSB engines that I went and edited the, you know, the max speed and other things, you know, horsepower, you know, power in general, tractive effort. Went in and edited those. So, you know, feel free to subscribe to those mods, support those mod authors, and really get your own version of those and edit them however you feel like. You know, this is Flexible Games, and I thoroughly recommend, you know, getting your game to match your own play style, and doing so, you know, how, whatever you're comfortable with, you know, getting it in that format. So, you know, I can upload those mods with just those things edited, but I did do the heavy hauling mod, which is just the vanilla, the game's vanilla, you know, late game wagons, and then the game's vanilla Peterbilt truck with the new settings on them. So the, you know, the vanilla game, you know, edit away, but these things, you know, I don't want to dampen the hard work of other mod authors, so I can't upload those edits. So we are doing good here. How is steel production? Steel production is still, I mean, I am demanding 12.8, so this thing should be able to max out, but it is fighting me the whole way. And still no construction material for Gastenart. And I'm just baffled on why that is. It looks like, ooh, yeah, look at that. We have a surplus. Look at that. Surplus of tools and machines over here. That is good news. Not so good that the production hasn't been maxed out, but Hub City is growing pretty substantially. We're up to 1,600 industrial demand and 1,500 commercial demand. And this one, because I'm supplying everything and I've got so many connections, this one actually hasn't been hit by that late game trend to lower its growth rate. I went and, I did edit the files, so we should start seeing these towns rebound a little bit in their growth. The huge hit on the north right here, that is from all my wonderful construction in here. I'm sure the south probably also has a little bit of a hiccup. Yeah, quite a big hiccup here. Industry isn't doing so hot here in the south, mainly because we are able to move so many people that this industry in here is really where people are working. But this city is just, Hub City is just massive now. So beautiful. I love, oh, look at that. That station has got some people waiting for it. That is impressive. Lucky I've got the 100 capacity buses cruising around here. If I wanted, I could hook up the trams in this inner city and get my modded 200 capacity trams moving around too. But traffic is already pretty snarled downtown. I'm a little leery of adding even more to that, because we've got trucks and buses cruising around down here. But so far everything is growing just fine. Looks like we've got plenty of materials going here. And I think next episode we might just swap these out, because I really want to see better throughput on this line. But that'll have to do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.